Hello, and welcome back one last time. For now, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. To Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Today on Doomed, oh, flower! Thank you. Hat time. It's hat time. Oh man, Crosshair, I wish I could see it. Oh, I can kind of see it. Okay, I can kind of see it. The program I use doesn't let me actually see certain emotes, which is tragique, for sure. And tech will leave it to you too, good sir. Welcome back to Doomed. Today we will be resolving the conclusion of this most mysterious, conspiratorial of campaigns, Charlie Kane through the Scarlet Keys. Oh, look at that. Look at all them new emotes. Again, I can't see them in this program, but I can kind of see them in mini on my screen here. So hilariously Crosshair as well, which is fun. RPG Clear Run. I know what that is, but I only see this one, which is funny. Anyway, yes, hello. If we recall, last time on Doomed, Charlie Kane decided enough was enough. He had found some allies, he had made some enemies, he had obtained some keys, lost some others. He ventured to Tunguska in Siberia, to the Congress of the Keys, where the Scarlet Coterie was meeting to decide on their mysterious agenda, which of course, unfortunately, Charlie Kane didn't really know anything about. However, at that Congress of the Keys, where he was due to be executed for meddling in the affairs of the Scarlet Coterie, suddenly, explosions, chaos, fighting! It would appear that the red-gloved man was not who he said he was all along. Surprise! Some members of the coterie, those who had forged a bond with Charlie Kane throughout his adventures, decided to stick with him. You know, stick together, maybe survive, right? Live together, die alone, famously, and made famous by Lost, of course, which is the season 2 finale? Premiere? Finale. Yeah, Man of Science. Crosshair's got Beer Peeps recommendations here. Bailey's filled dark chocolate and Guinness filled dark chocolates. Well, perhaps we will have cause to celebrate today, the Crosshair, as Charlie Kane ventured back into the sanctum to find the red-gloved man, who then escaped through a vortex, a tear in reality, to the realm of the outsiders. Thankfully, Charlie, Michael Lee, some of the other members of the coterie, and a whole bunch of allies were able to escape there too. They've been venturing around trying to find a way up into a tower where the red-gloved man lurks. This is, of course, part 2 of the finale. Part 1 got very complicado, as it were. I think we should be in a good position to resolve the scenario today, and then we'll have a look back, you know, thanks for the memories and all that. See if Charlie Kane... Well, first of all, see if Charlie Kane survives. That's Charlie Kane for you. But also see if Charlie Kane will have a good re-election campaign in Arkham. Or not. Let's have a look. And then we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing on this channel later. The Red-Gloved Man. Now, as a reminder, we've entered the realm of the outsiders, which I don't know much, but it appears to be an alien landscape where all of the various objects, people, things that have been stolen from our reality go, and they just live in a big heap, and are replaced by outsider versions. I feel like that's probably an X-Files episode or a Black Mirror episode or something. But I think it's cool here. Oh, decoy. Why is that there? Anyway. Well, exactly, Crosshair. Its mystery is exceeded only by its confusionatoriumness. So, let's review. Charlie Kane ventured through a tear in reality to this strange alien world of the outsiders, found himself at the knotted tower, the base of a massive spire, atop which, he believes, the red-gloved man has made his way. They went down some rambling routes, found clues, enemies, strange vortexes of evil, and then back the other way to the frontier, the edge of this strange place. Charlie Kane has collected 4 clues, which will be important in a moment. And I think Charlie Kane has also worked alongside all of his allies to determine what they actually need to enter this strange tower, this strange geometry of this place. I'm convinced that because memories of objects are being replaced by the outsiders, he's been forced to hold on to any sort of physical recollections that he has, actual sort of proof of things that he once knew. Photographs, ticket stubs to go see a play or whatever. I think it's vortexes. It should be vortices, because that sounds awesome, or vorti. Yeah, which is cool too. Let's have a look here. These are the hollows that I've set aside out of play. That's right, folks. Dynamite Blast and the 45 Thompson. Gone. Which is bad news. And here's the board state. Woo! This is Charlie Kane with his loyal assistant Bonnie Walsh. Michael Lee, a little worse for wear, but he's doing okay. The Cat General of Ulthar of the Dreamlands is here with Hope, one of her cat lieutenants. And some members of the Coterie who have decided to help out: the Clare Knight, Eshe Shaheen, Thorn, and Desi. 4 allies, 4 artifacts, no big deal. And of course, they all came with the keys that they had controlled as well, because we gave control of them back to the Coterie members. Now, there's an important couple of rules that I'm going to review here before we jump back in. As a reminder, we have a couple of stable keys and a couple of unstable keys. The Light of Pharos, the Clary Knight's key, is currently unstable. I could shift it back by discarding 2 random non-weakness cards from hand. The Twisted Anti-Prism is also currently unstable. I have to place a doom on an asset, an encounter card, or the current agenda. I really don't like that. The Sable Glass is still stable. It says, look at the revealed side of each concealed mini-card at your location. I mean, I think that's going to be useful. Yeah, Flower, don't you worry, I'm getting there. And of course, the Mirroring Blade, Charlie's own strange key. Deals 2 damage to an enemy at your location, or 1 damage to all enemies at your location. They are full of Sesra. Horses. Oh, horses. Very good, Crosshair. Charlie Kane is doing okay. Michael Lee's a little worse for wear, so is Thorn. He's taken a little bit of a hit. That's both a horse noise and a wink. So, get it. Yes, let's have a look. Flower is correct. The red-gloved man, with his Eye of Ravens, has Retaliate, 5/5. It says, after you flip a key from its unstable side to its stable side, he attacks you. Then, he shifts each of his attached keys. His attached key says, draw the top card of the encounter deck. So, anytime I want an unstable key back, which I could, he's going to give me an encounter card and a damage and a horror, which is, not great. The Red Glove Man owns this place in a lot of ways. The current objective, let's just remind ourselves here, we're at 5 out of 10 Doom on the World Unbidden. I also love this as an agenda. I'm sure that's something, but I sure don't know what that means. Act 2A, as a reminder, find a way into the tower where the infiltrator lies in wait. If an investigator enters the gravity-defying climb, advance. Saren Zero, hello, welcome to Doomed, and to this final part of the Scarlet Keys campaign. We're just diving back into where we left off here. As a reminder, Charlie Kane, the politician, he's found himself in this alien landscape, trying to track down the cause of all the troubles on Earth. The Red-Gloved Man. Well, not all the troubles on Earth. Obviously, Charlie Kane is the reason for some of them. But anyway. So, the gravity-defying climb says it is sealed and forgotten. As an additional cost to enter it, you must spend 4 clues. I have 4 clues, so my turn is going to be very simple. It's going to be move, 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 and spend the 4 clues. Wait, have 4 clues or spend? Spend, okay. Oh, okay. I understand, Crosshair. Well, thank goodness Agnes is dealing with it. Okay. Yeah, Flower, I know. However, there is also a forced effect here that says when you move from Alien Frontier to a connecting location to its left or right, test Agility 5. If you fail, take 2 damage. I think I'm going to fail, but we're going to try. Charlie Kane has these 4 clues. He and his team... Sorry, guys. A little bit of cat hair on my face. It's a little itchy. In this house? No bad thing. Charlie Kane is... what do I want to say here? Yeah, he's like... He's figured out what he needs to enter the gravity-defying climb. Physical proof of his memories, something to anchor him in the other reality, the one that is mirrored here. However, we're going to move. I have to test Agility 5, and if I fail, I take 2 damage. That's okay. I have a bunch of icons to commit to this, so let's do it. Miss Doyle brings me to 3. Bonnie Walsh brings me to 6. Fuck it. Claire brings me to 7. Desi brings me to 8. I'm not going to need... And then Miss Doyle brings me to 10. I'm not going to need any of these allies. He said, concerned. -2. The pull of the frontier, the pull of the landscape ahead is strong. But Charlie and his crew managed to make their way back through the rambling route, the knotted tower, and then up to the gravity-defying climb. Spending 4 clues. If the cat symbol is in play. Thank you, Crosshair. Find a way into the tower. If an investigator enters the gravity-defying climb, advance. Good question, Flower. So Hope's action is to evade, but Hope does have an intellect and a combat icon, which is quite nice. And yeah, Bonnie's ability is when you exhaust Bonnie to give yourself +3, ready another ally you control to get their icons again, or whatever, which is... I mean, this is wild. Okay, we're entering the location. I'm going to reveal it. The gravity-defying climb. 4 shrouds, 0 clues. When a concealed mini-card around the gravity-defying climb is exposed... Okay, so there's stuff on here, but I don't think this will make sense until we advance the act. A few great sacrifices. Oh, man. Into the tower. 7 forgotten locks grant entry to the tower, each one a piece of history from a realm long since erased from time. Damn. You forget they exist the moment the gates open. By hanging on to these scraps of proof that things actually happened, Charlie basically feeds them into these locks, and then his memory of the event even existing just... Gate after gate after gate open. On the other side, steps course their way up the spire's baffling length. Winding, perplexing, and seemingly infinite, the ascent to the apex of the tower that binds this world together is paradoxical, a Gordian knot twisted far too many times. Even if you make it to the top, you doubt you will ever find a way back. Yikes. Set each concealed mini-card aside out of play. Okay, let's do it. I am going to reveal them all just to remind me what they are, because some of them are decoys and some of them are not. Whoa. Whoop. So there's the city locations and the decoys, which I'll put in a big pile. I like a good memory erasing security measure. It's just secured... Remove each city of remnants in the shadows and the remainder of the Otherworld deck from the game. Okay. Okay, rude, but fine. They're gone. Did you name it Sword? I'm kidding, Flower. Take the 3 City of Remnants concealed mini-cards and 1 decoy. Shuffle... See, this is where having... more than one player in the game. This is where it gets wild. Concealed X, concealed 1 per whatever. It gets pretty wild, but here in solo at least. There's an action tax for sure, but it's not so bad. Take the 3 City of Remnants concealed mini cards, 1 decoy, shuffle them face down, and arrange them in a random order around the what was it? Gravity defying climb. Boop. Just doing it random. But I do agree with Flower. Oh, it does say Flower, and I want to. So it does say at your location. Yes, thank you. And I was just rereading these to remind myself. So it says concealed mini cards adjacent to a location are considered to be at that location for the purposes of card abilities and game rules. Even though they're not at the location, they're considered to be. So annoying. Okay, good. Crosshair, excellent. So I won't expose that one. Very good. Okay. Act 3A, The Ascent. A terrible feeling of vertigo washes over you as you begin to scale the Cyclopean Escheresque steps. Only one way to go now. Up. Objective. Ascend. If an investigator enters the towering vertex, advance. So, we cannot enter the towering vertex, the ruinous conflux, because, well, it says here, the Red Gloved Man cannot be defeated. The way to the towering vertex is impossibly perplexing. In order to enter the towering vertex, love the works of M.C. Escher. I'm sure a lot of people do. Famously, as Crosshair writes here, his art had to do with a lot of, like, infinity. It was like architectural, but and tessellation, of course, as well. Very, like, famously sort of repeated patterns. He famously drew the infinite staircase. It's a staircase where there's monks that always seem to be walking up and down somehow. Very cool. I love it, because that's exactly the kind of optical illusion I love in art. Really cool. Okay, so in order to enter the towering vertex, concealed mini cards around the gravity-defying climb must be exposed in the following sequence: left, middle, right. What does the gravity-defying climb say? When a concealed mini card around the gravity-defying climb is exposed, if it is the next in the sequence, it remains in play and exposed, and you may expose another concealed mini card. If it is any other, flip it, and each other concealed mini card. If it is any other mini card, flip it, and each other concealed mini card face down without shuffling them. Okay. So, okay. It's 4 Shroud, though. I guess that's kind of the issue, right? Yeah, for sure, Flower. I don't see why not. Charlie would be able to, right? Someone here has a notepad. Probably Aishay. Okay. Enemy phase. No enemies that hunt or move. And well, it would trivialize this, and I kind of feel bad using it, but, like, I'm going to. But we move straight to Upkeep, where we draw a card and gain a resource. We draw a card and gain a resource. Guard Dog. Okay. I still have 1 ally slot remaining. And then we go straight to Mythos. 6 out of 10 Doom. Charlie and co. are confronting this strange... God damn it. Okay, so we agree that this is the correct card to start with. Excellent. And then we'll see beyond there. Charlie's like, nah. We go to 6 out of 10 Doom. Charlie and company are, absolutely baffled by the architecture here, but perhaps they can find their way forward. Draw an encounter card. Substance Dissimulation. For each set-aside hollow you own, if there are 1 or more copies of that hollow in your play area or hand, discard them and take a damage or a horror. I'm sure there are. So there's a Michael Lee in play, and there's an art student in hand. Discard those copies. Whoa. If there are 1 or more copies of that hollow in your play area and or hand, discard them and take a damage and a horror. Michael. No. This is actually very bad. I think I'm going to need him. Oh, no, Michael. Yeah, maybe we'll see Michael again. No energy conversion observed. What happens to hollowed matter? It's a good question. Sounds good, Crosshair. I will wait. That's a good question, though, Flower. It says, it says discard those copies, so I imagine that all happens. And then it says take a damage in a horror. That's what I would imagine. I'm going to describe the effect as the Crosshair posts here. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if someone... So Thorn says when you put something aside as a hollow, exhaust him, but I haven't. That's a key, that's a key. One of these was to get a hollow back, though. Yeah. There was a thing, you're right, Crosshair. There, maybe it was an encounter card. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, Thorn specifically says, and it's been a while since we looked at it, after you set aside a card as a hollow, you can exhaust Thorn to, yeah. I think it might have been, yeah. So, climbing this strange, infinite, winding staircase, never moving, and yet somehow miles and hours pass. Charlie's complete sense of the world is warped. He turns around. There's a gasp from behind him as Bonnie clutches her hand, or she clasps her hands over her mouth in horror. Charlie's eyes follow where she's looking. Michael Lee is looking down at his legs, which have suddenly vanished from view. As his eyes move up towards Charlie with a pleading look, suddenly he vanishes entirely, leaving not simply empty space, but almost a hole in space the size and shape of Michael Lee. Oh, I have to take a damage in a horror as well. So rude. I'm going to put them on Ishe. Oh god, it's false hydras all the way down. Discard those copies and take 1 damage and 1 horror. No. Discard... Hey, whoa. For each set-aside hollow you own, if there are 1 or more copies in your play area or hand, discard them, those copies, and take 1 damage and 1 horror. Not per, thank goodness. Because, yeah, that's going to get wild. I've already totally lost one of my best allies. Thanks a lot. Ooh, my stats go back down. Not looking good on our heroes here. Michael Lee vanishes into oblivion as we move back to the investigation phase. I think it is time to do this. I'm going to look at the revealed side of each concealed minicard at my location. I don't see why I wouldn't. This feels exactly right. So I still have to expose them, but I am going to look at the correct order. Charlie runs to where Michael was a moment before, blinks back tears, and turns to the rest of his companions. We have to hurry. This place is obviously starting to take physical forms as well as memories away. Pretty soon, we won't even remember who we are. He turns to Thorn. Thorn, if there was ever a time to use that key, it would be now. How are we going to get out of here? Thorn withdraws the sable glass and peers through it. I'm going to look at the revealed side without exposing them. So let's see, this is the decoy. Very good, very good, very good, very good. I'm just looking. This will be left. Okay, it's right. Oh god. I will be flipping them all back over shortly. Middle? Left. That's nice and annoying, isn't it? The dice lie. The dice partially lie. Okay. Thorn barks out a series of directions, and Charlie begins to climb hand over hand, trying desperately to figure out if there is some way that they can make it up the tower quickly. I now have to expose them one by one. Oh, and if I get the correct one, I get to expose another concealed miniguard. Okay, so let's investigate my location. Oh, actually, hang on. Before we go, let's be real here. I think we need... Oh man, I have 2 ally slots. Can you shoot them? Yeah, probably, Flower. Do I have to... Well, that's a good question. Yeah, I can attempt to evade with a base value of 5. Pretty sweet. Okay. I think I'm going to play some allies. Guard Dog and Alice Luxley. Hell yeah. With the strange series of directions, they don't seem to make sense, and yet Thorn is being guided by the sable glass. Despite Michael Lee having vanished, ghostly presences return to Charlie Kane. Fragments of memory of the person he worked with back in London, Alice Luxley, the Flatfoot from Scotland Yard. A bark as a strange dog joins them. And now I have one action remaining. I just wanted to get these guys down because I feel pretty confident about them. Let us... Yeah, I mean, I don't really see why not, but, like, it sounds good. Why not? Let us exhaust him to evade. I'm evading with a base value of 5. 5 to 4. I'm evading one of the concealed cards here at this location. Because, yeah, the concealed cards say, I've never actually read this, but it says, you may expose this card instead of damaging it, evading it, or discovering a clue at this location. Yeah, it's such a weird thing. It's like, all the rules are specific only to this campaign because concealed is such a very specific mechanic. I think it's cool, and obviously, sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. That's how the shadows work. Okay, we're evading at a 5. I am going to exhaust Miss Doyle to go to 7, Bonnie Walsh to go to 10, which will ready Miss Doyle again. 10 to 4. Feels pretty good. Let's evade as Hope, the cat lieutenant, leaps up gracefully, leading the way as the others climb hand over hand. Oh, why would you do that, Flower? What a waste. What a waste. It's fine, fine. We're alive, everyone. We're alive. This is the key. Hope leaps up one final step, mules in surprise, and then turns around and shakes its head. Thorn narrows their eyes at the cat, and then indeed points in a slightly different direction. Damn it. Ah, Flower's always right. We upkeep into Leo DeLuca. Yeah, no, 1 miss is not bad, that's for sure. We go to 7 out of 10 Doom. Oh boy. In the World Unbidden. And we draw an encounter card, which hopefully won't mess me up too much. It's a paracausal entity. When it engages you, look at the top card of your deck. If it's not a weakness, set it aside out of play as a hollow. This is, of course, yes, Flower. I can confirm, thankfully, at least this pile has one more card in it. Now, that card might be like, destroy all, it might be like, draw 3 cards, destroy the rest of your deck, fight to the death, who knows. That's a Marvel Stat reference, specifically. Okay. The cat leaps down, Hope, rather, leaps down off of that high place, and behind Hope is left a shimmering gleam, which Charlie immediately recognizes as one of the strange creatures that inhabit this place. He shouts and tells everyone to get down. After it engages you, look at the top card of your deck. It is not a weakness. We set it aside out of play as a hollow. Thorn is exhausted to immediately take an action. That action is going to be to evade this paracausal entity. 5 to 3. This feels pretty good. 5 to 3. I feel like we can do better. Let's go 6 and 7. Charlie directs Hope to distract the creature as they try to find their way through the strange maze. 7 to 3, a skull minus X, the current act number. It's Act 3, so that's still a success. We evade the paracausal entity. Thanks, Thorn. They rush off down yet another corridor which twists and turns on its side, and somehow they end up on the ceiling, running up ever further upwards. First real action, I'm going to investigate. We're not going to evade this time. No. We're going to investigate. Is it a hunter? Ugh. Yeah, okay. Alice Luxie says, after you discover a clue, deal a damage. Well, we're not going to be discovering clues. That's okay. 2 intellect. Basically flower. We're going to exhaust Alice Luxley to go to 4. We're investigating. Bonnie Walsh to go to 7. And Alice Luxley again to go to 9 to 4. We are desperate to find the path. -2. Success. So I will expose this card. It is the next in the sequence. It remains in play and exposed, and you may expose another concealed mini card. Oh! It is the next in the sequence, and you may expose another concealed mini card. Ooh! In order for an investigator to enter the towering vertex, concealed mini cards must be exposed in the following order. Suddenly, the path straightens, and a simple wooden staircase presents itself, leading calmly upwards, as if the chaos of the universe had not been there behind them. Charlie motions for everyone to follow, and he rushes up into the towering vertex. If we enter the towering vertex, advance. Yeah, I'm going to advance because I don't know what that all says. Windows and doors. With Herculean effort, you practically crawl from the final step to the tower's pinnacle. Twisting clouds of crimson and violet clash in a multi-dimensional sky. Infinite gateways to infinite worlds, all of them oblivious, all of them blind, all of them theirs for the taking. Flower is correct, by the way. Just that bit of description, this is a full-on Final Fantasy boss battle. Excuse me. Speaking of which, just, Elizabeth and I beat Tears of the Kingdom today, i.e. finished the main quest. I will say no more than that, other than Game of the Year. I will say it's a very, very, very satisfying narrative experience and visual experience. If you own a Switch, if you're interested in Legend of Zelda, I can't recommend the game enough. Specifically, for those people who like open world games, but are a little burned by them, I felt like I'll do a little review somewhere on my channel or something, on Discord, I mean. I feel like what was really cool about it was that exploration and moments of awe felt really organic. Like they just kind of happened. They weren't set pieces, necessarily. Some of them were, but for the most part, things that were cool were happened upon. You feel really smart. It's nice. You look out upon the... Back to this. You look out upon the world of the outsiders with both awe and pity, upon the countless worlds worth of ruin they have collected, discarded, forsaken, lost to all time. It is a garbage heap of cosmic proportions. God damn it, the outsiders. At the very center lies your foe, who has orchestrated humanity's erasure. Now, of course, that foe who has orchestrated humanity's erasure is not Requiem Lost, but I will say, good evening, Requiem Lost. Welcome to Doomed. You've reached us during our thrilling conclusion, where Charlie Kane and co, a lot of company, are about to confront an alien figure known only as the Red-Gloved Man. Its body only scarcely resembles that of the Red-Gloved Man now. Oh, okay. With no human face to wear, its gaze is empty, its expression unknowable. Set each concealed mini-card aside out of play. No problem. Literally, oops, sorry, I should keep the decoys separate. I feel like they go back in a nice little pile. Ooh, probably Crosshair. Swap the set-aside mimetic nemesis enemy with the Red-Gloved Man at the towering vertex. The Requiem is lost, so the ending is in a different song. That is a great question, the Crosshair. Let's have a look. Keys, 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 keys. A key cannot leave play unless its bearer leaves play. If the bearer leaves play, each key is set aside out of play. Now the question is it leaving play? It says, swap the set-aside mimetic nemesis enemy with the red-gloved man. I would say yes. Grim Rule tells me it doesn't, but feels... Yeah, exactly. And the red-gloved man no longer exists, baby. Grim Rule? Crosshair. All right. Well, you know what? Let's see what happens. Swap it with, yeah, the red. Yeah. Okay. Take the. Let us find the Eye of Ravens, and I'll put it there just for now. Take the mimetic nemesis's mini card and 2 decoys, shuffle them face down, and arrange them around the towering vertex in a random order. Whoops. So 2 decoys. And we will put them around in a random order. Act 4A. The final heir. You brandish the keys you've collected and brace yourself. If you cannot redacted this entity and blank this blank, it will be the blank and none will ever be the wiser. This is it. You're redacted. Action. Flip a stable key you control to its unstable side. Remove an exposed decoy from the game. Objective. If mimetic nemesis is defeated, advance. Okay, so I can flip a stable key as an action to remove an exposed decoy from the game, which is interesting. Let's have a look. The mimetic nemesis, the infiltrator of realities, still hanging on to those red gloves, huh? God, it's weird. Look at the art on that thing. So it's a 5/3/5, cannot make attacks of opportunity, but it does hit for 3 damage and 3 horror in the enemy phase when it attacks. It gets +3 health, +3 per, yeah. So it's a 5/6/5. It's not in the shadows, it spawns here. Forced, when it would take 1 or more damage from an attack or player card, choose and reveal a concealed mini card. If it is a decoy, cancel all damage just dealt. Ha, the decoy remains in play and face up. Otherwise, the damage is dealt as normal. Then, flip all revealed mini cards face down and shuffle them. Eesh, gabeesh. All right, let's review. So, when you would deal it 1 or more damage, choose and reveal a concealed mini cards. Yes, Crosshair, please. If it is a decoy, that damage is canceled, and then the decoy remains in play face up, which you can then use the act card to get rid of if you want to. If you deal the damage, however, if it's the correct mini card, then the damage is dealt, and then all the other mini cards are flipped face down and shuffled. In other words, this is one of those classic boss battles. Whoa! Flower! Flower? What an absolute sweetheart. Ah, the old tier 1 sub to Navbot. Thank you. That is so sweet. Oh man, hang on. I think we need some more of these hearts. Thank you. You know what? 7 hearts for 7. Did I do that correctly? That's fine. Thank you, Flower. It's really, 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 really kind. Oh man. And you know what? It wasn't 20. And for that, I appreciate it. Thank you. Here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna kick your ass, and then we're gonna fucking kick your ass, yeah? Thank you. Hey, it's a Crosshair's day for gift subs today, which is fabulous as well. Okay, unflip the mirror, check the cards. Great. Deal 6 damage with the remaining 2 actions and the key. The key deals 2 damage, it's true. I think it's doable, Crosshair. The problem is I entered during my turn. I mean, so the big issue is I only have one action left. So that might just be an evade. Or take a big hit, use guard dog. It's so sweet, Flower. What a sweetheart. The other issue, Crosshair, and I'm not saying it's not doable. We can check where they are. Right? No, agreed. We can check which one is which. But then, hey, Requiem. What a sweetheart, too. Oh, everyone's so... Why are you all so nice, huh? What is it, some sort of content thing that I'm giving you? Thanks, everybody. It's really, really sweet. Your support means a lot. And I appreciate it. Now, let us defeat this mementic nemesis and get back to party. You know, importing rum from Havana. Okay. So. Ugh, Requiem, what a sweetheart. Okay. Well, I'll just continue to create good content then. This is also probably a good time to mention I will not be streaming at all next week. So I'm taking your money and running. But you will see me around the place. No doubt. Plus Drew Crew. Plus Avatar Legends, the Mirror Scale. Yeah. Okay. We're back to it. Here's my thought, Crosshair. I like the plan. If we know which one is the correct mini card, here's the problem. We then we deal 2 damage to it. We choose the correct mini card and deal the 2 damage. Great. But then all the cards get flipped face down and shuffled again. So we would have to keep using the Sable Glass or just guess, right? Exactly. Would you be willing to take a Method Madness for this stream to add an interesting character twist to the story? I would, Requiem. Hit me up. I cannot do that for sure. I can't do 6 damage in 1 hit. So we may end up having a little bit of a funky monkey situation here. However, I do like the idea of using... Restride would be so good. I don't have it. I think it's dead, actually. Where is it? Oh, no, it's just in my discard pile somewhere. Yes. CCC, Senor Flower. So, flipping cards back to its stable side seems like a good move. Then we can get rid of the decoy. Let me just quickly check. Is Restrad in the discard pile? It isn't. Where is it? Is it in my decoys? Or my whatevers? No. Okay. Yes, Crosshair, it's doable. So I think we're going to get there. After all your character's adventures, he has been slowly becoming more paranoid. The level of paranoia is up to you, as well as how it manifests. It has to fit the story, after all. Okay. Requiem's right. Charlie Kane, having arrived, finally, at the vertex of this horrible, horrible place. That is true, Crosshair. Having arrived at the peak of the confluence of the ruin wrought by this creature, this species, even. He's decided he has to do what he can. I am going to flip the Sable Glass and put Leo DeLuca as a holo, because there's no punishment for doing so. Flower, I don't know. I'm not so sure if it does, to be honest. Because you can only, it says unless otherwise said, you can only flip it once per round kind of thing. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing it right now. I think I'm just going to flip them all back. I'm not doing that one. And Place of Doom? No. No. We need to... Desi has something to do with damage. Or from... monsters, damn it. Okay, that's fine. Charlie Kane, seeing his many allies sort of beaten down. Ooh, that's that. Now that's a good idea, Flower. I like that a lot. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. Hell yeah. I think that's a great idea. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All of Charlie's allies beaten down, terrified, weak, paranoid of what strange hallucinations, illusions they may encounter. Charlie turns back and sees Aishe Sahim get a look in her eye, one that is, it gleams with a not malicious intent, but with sincerity and with dedication. She removes the twisted anti-prism from her pouch. Exactly, Flower. Oh, that's right. She has this, the twisted anti-prism. So by flipping it back and putting a doom on her, killing her would remove the key from the game. Oh god, who has the keys? Could just kill Alice Luxley. Feels bad, man. Feels very bad. I think we can do it. I still think we can do it. I like that everyone's making suggestions, though. Oh no, but Hope is already exhausted. No. Oh, no, if Hope is ready. So next turn. That's okay. Flower is, of course, correct as well. We do need to expose the decoys. They stay face up. And then we can flip keys to remove them from the game, which will be nice. Hope is all we have. Maybe not for long, Elizabeth. We'll have to see. But not for now, unfortunately. If Hope is ready, exhaust or discard him, blah, blah, blah. He's not, because I've... Exactly. Hope shines brightest when the night is darkest. Something, something, come to Ribfest. Okay. What am I doing? I have to focus. I could deal 2 damage. But then we run into problems. I can't make attacks of opportunity. So I need to expose concealed cards. That's what I need to do. 6. You son of a bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well... Hope has forsaken this campaign, but that's all right. It will, Flower, but I'm hoping we can deal with this before that happens. You know what? The doom's not that bad. I'm gonna do it. I'm placing a doom on no, I'm putting it on the mimetic nemesis. Which is bad, and I know it is. But now I have one more key to play with. Next turn. Do we want to try to just deal the damage and get lucky? No, we don't. We want to remove decoys from the game. 6. Shroud. Eesh. Oh, and I didn't even see this. Sorry. When a concealed mini-card is exposed, if it is the mimetic nemesis' mini-card, deal it 3 damage. Then flip all concealed mini-cards face down and shuffle them. If it is a decoy, it remains in play and exposed, which is fine too. Charlie Kane. Seeing this strange, horrible creature split itself into 1,000 million different forms of itself. It really is huge. I think we're going to do that. We're going to do our best, folks. We're going to try to investigate here. I have 2 intellect. No, I'm going to investigate 2. 3 with guard dog, 4 with Desi, 5, 6 with hope, 7 with well connected. Okay. That's a good question, Crosshair, and I know, and this is going to be annoying, so I'm going to go back and correct. So that, I just wanted to get the words from the book here specifically. I'm going to go find them. Because there's, yes, only one concealed mini card may be exposed per effect unless explicitly stated. So, for example, an effect that deals 3 damage to each enemy at a location does not expose all the mini cards. Well, it is fair. It's also kind of shitty. Why doesn't a Storm of Spirits blow up all the illusions? Where's my anti-illusion magic? Last action, we're going to investigate right here. 7 to 6, which we don't like, but we gotta try it. Okay? Charlie Kane, he's getting desperate. Damn it! -2. So close. It is what it is. Okay. In the enemy phase, as Charlie and friends struggle to find their footing here at the top of the tallest tower, one that is awash in memories of fear, nightmares. 3 damage and 3 horror, which I will assign to me. And 1 horror goes on one horror goes on the Clary Knight. Oh, I didn't realize he had 4 health. Dude, what the shit? Okay. The strange creature screams, and it echoes through Charlie's mind, breaking it ever so slightly. We go to upkeep. Hit and run. Not particularly useful right now, but that's okay. But we also ready all of our allies. We go to 9 out of 10 Doom. We draw an... Oh, and of course, our friend the paracausal entity readies, which is also not good. We draw an encounter card. The nemesis, the strange figure, the thing that seems to be able to take on any form of anything that it touches, sees, or feels. It looks down through Charlie, down into the tower. Charlie begins to panic. They await the moment to strike you. Oh no. Oh no. Requiem, no! He looks around. Bonnie has narrowed her eyes at Charlie, and is that a sword that she's holding? No, she's simply holding onto the mirroring blade, isn't she? Alice Luxley is there, gun in hand, teeth gritted, ready to kill Charlie for what he's done. But that doesn't make sense, does it? Attached to an outsider enemy without a copy of matter inversion attached, it loses aloof, gains retaliate, and gets +1 fight, +1 evade. After it is successfully evaded, discard it and draw one of your set-aside hollows. Okay. Oh, loses aloof. Attached to an outsider enemy. It loses aloof, it gains retaliate, and gets +1 fight, +1 evade. I am going to... Yeah, exactly. I'm going to attach it to matter inversion, because now I'm going to attempt to evade it. Charlie needs to get away from this thing before it can poison his mind more. We're back around to us. What is this? Matter inversion? The nemesis, the infiltrator of realities. It shifts once more around him as the matter that it has somehow created, destroyed, is simply rearranged within his soul. Yeah. Okay. We're going to try to evade it, because that lets me get a hollow back, which will be very nice. And that's one thing we're going to do this turn. We're also going to look at the concealed mini cards so that we definitely do it some damage, which will be very nice too. So yes, we look at the revealed side of each concealed mini card. Decoy. Ooh, can everyone hear that? It's getting spooky out. The medic nemesis is, of course, to the right. Sable points, but their throat has closed and they can no longer speak. Charlie wonders, just for the briefest of moments, whether Thorn is on the side of this creature, considering its red gloves, its coterie affiliation. Okay. Let's do it. let us deal the mimetic nemesis 3 damage. No, hang on. Yes, and then we'll try to get the decoys out of here. I wonder, Flower. I do wonder. Oh man, evading this is going to be quite something. Oh no, it's not actually. They'll be okay. We're going to investigate our location with an attempt to deal the thing damage. Charlie runs towards where that creature seems to be emanating its, emanating all of its power from. Withdraws a small Smith & Wesson. It's very true. We're going to investigate. 4 with Alice Luxley. 5, 6, 7 with Bonnie. Ready's Alice again. 8, 9 to 6. Not good enough. 10 with Thorn. Nope. 10 with the Clary Knight. 10 to 6. We're exposing the mimetic nemesis' mini card. 3 damage. Charlie somehow manages to smash directly into the creature, and despite the fact that it is more ancient and powerful than he could ever know, it still is made at least of some of the matter that comprises him, and therefore it can be punched. Now we have to shuffle all of them and place them back. Second action is going to be to evade the mimetic nemesis. Am I out of music? Nope, we're good. Hope. If it can be punched, it can be killed. This is correct. Charlie looks with desperate eyes towards Miss Doyle, the cat, the strange creature he met in Havana, which claimed to be from a place known only as the Dreamlands, claimed to be on his side because, claimed to be on his side because these outsiders were destroying the Dreamlands just as much as they were destroying their world. Yes, correct. Crosshair is correct. Massive as a keyword, I will mention here off topic. Massive as a keyword means that it takes up the whole location. It does not go into your threat area, so it doesn't get attached to a specific investigator. It's like at the location. When it attacks everybody at that location one at a time, and then it exhausts, right? Yeah, exactly. And because it's massive, it means if you leave the location, it doesn't come with you because it's not engaged with you. So big enemies that are like stuck in the room that they're in, basically. Like a boss, so you can kite it, which is a good time. And Requiem is correct. Can you ever truly trust cats? We're going to evade this creature. I'm going to discard him to evade with a base value of 5. It is automatically successful, but I still think I need to be at least one more. Well, it needs to... Yeah, it's automatically successful. Yeah. So we will evade the nemesis. Charlie grits his teeth once more, points at the creature that has now teleported across the room, and he can swear that he sees Hope, the lieutenant, salute the Cat General of Ulthar before leaping, fangs and claws first, directly into the nemesis's body. It explodes before being reformed. I'm discarding it, and I'm drawing one of my set-aside hollows. I like Art Student. There are no clues at my location. I like the gun, and I sure like Dynamite Blast, but I don't have enough money. Charlie Kane. He's a patron of the arts. I think we're going to take Michael for his numbers. Ooh, and I can hit and run him. That's a great question. Yes, it does. You're right. Yeah, because it says discover a clue, but of course, well, which is fine. There are no clues to discover, but instead of discovering a clue, you would check a concealed minicard. However, last action. Now that we've managed to evade this creature. Oh, I do like Charlie. I do like Michael Lee. So yeah, let's get him back. As the matter from the beast explodes outwards, only to be reformed, stepping out of what was once the mimetic nemesis, this creature, the form of Michael Lee emerges, his atoms and molecules gluing themselves back together, reorganizing, restructuring his body. He immediately vomits and falls down on the floor. Being deconstructed molecularly would take its toll on you, I think. Okay. Let's do it. Let's try to... Oh, hell. Let's do it. We're gonna hit and run. Michael Lee. Less important, but Charlie remembers every single person who's ever helped him or hindered him, or perhaps he doesn't know. Last action. We're going to expose a minicard. We're going to investigate this location. Sorry, we're going to fight, rather, because I have more combat icons than anything else. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 6, 9, 10. No, just 9. 9 to 6. We're going to attempt to find the location of the creature. Okay. Success. Now we choose a card. Now, I know both of you have very specific thoughts about which one is correct. I don't think you're going to agree, but put them in the chat anyway. I think you both have very specific thoughts. Obviously, it's nice and spooky outside. Alright, well, Flower, I am the bottom card. Look at me. I'm the bottom card now. Ah! Charlie Kane throws a haymaker, and it passes through. It was Charlie Kane all along! No! Can those created from this creature truly be trusted? Requiem is correct, of course. This thing that takes Michael Lee's form, is it in fact Michael Lee? Or is it only another one of these creatures assuming his form? How are we to understand what it is, what it does? The decoy stays face up, in play and exposed, and I can remove it from the game next turn. I'm not sure if I want to. I will. Yes, I do. We go to the enemy phase. The strange creature from below enters and attacks. There is a shout from Desi as he fires his gun several times into thin air. I'm looking at the top. Oh, yeah, it engages me, so I look at the top card of my deck. God damn it. I've had worse, level 2. Straight out. Ooh. Thorn allows me to take an action. Yes, I'm going to assign the damage and the horror. So I will put the damage on Desi. I will exhaust him to cancel one of that damage and put a damage on the entity. I still have to take a horror. I will put it... Michael Lee comes back to hand, sorry, because he's not necessarily real. Question mark, question mark. We put it on Ichi. I am in the process of waiting the crosshair. I have an extra action because I set a thing aside here. Hang on a second as I just do that. I take a damage and a horror. I may absolutely put the damage on Guard Dog, which will allow me to deal a damage to the... Aha! Deal a damage... No, deal a damage to the attacking enemy, specifically. So the damage would go on the entity itself. Yeah. Damn it. Ah, that'd be so good. Because then it would be just damage, right? Desi says, deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy as well. He's like a guard dog. But, you know, he's a very good boy with gun. But is he a good boy? Is he a good boy? Has he been an outsider this whole time? How can Charlie ever truly be sure that anyone is who they say they are ever again? Can he even be sure that he is the creature that can he even be sure that he is the thing that he thinks he is? So yes. That is correct, Flower, yeah. So for Requiem, massive is a keyword, which means something specific. It kind of makes the enemy very large and deals with everybody at its location. So if there's multiple players in the game, they all get beat up. But it also says that it gets +3 health per investigator, so this is okay. I have an action. I'm going to use that action. Oh. I want to use that action to expose a mini card. But I'm not going to be able to. I could try to fight, but I'm not going to succeed because I don't have nothing. Oh, no, I have an action. We're going to flip the Twisted Anti-Prism to... Ooh. Yeah. Oh, boy. Flower's right. It's not even an action, so I still have an action to remove a decoy from the game. Yeah, I now have an additional action. I may, what does it say? I may take an immediate action as if it were their turn. As if. But there are free trigger windows in an action. I can take an action, but it can't be to... You're right, I would take an attack of opportunity. Maybe that's okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna flip this to deal 2 damage, but instead reveal a mini card. The Mirroring Blade leaps out of Bonnie Walsh's hands towards Charlie. Is there something that can't take attacks of... is there something that cannot take attacks of opportunity, or is that a different encounter? I'm not sure. So, oh, yes, Sarah, yeah. So this is... The big boss itself cannot make attacks of opportunity. That's correct. This is all very confusing because it's a nice big finale, right? The Mirroring Blade leaps from Bonnie's hand, and it is caught mid-air by Charlie. Slicing his hand open, blood running down the edge, sharp as anything. He turns, finds himself face to face with eyes full of nothing but voracious greed, and hands covered with nothing but red gloves. I will say, Crosshair... Oh, yeah. So attacks of opportunity are provoked by any action that isn't fight, evade, parlay, resign. Yeah, right. But like a free trigger is exempt from that sort of thing. The blade, briefly, for one shimmering moment, reflects the eyes of the creature back, and there is nothing there. Not even the eyes of the creature itself. There is no reality reflected back onto this thing as the Mirroring Blade enters its heart. And it simply ceases to exist. Of goldfish and whales, the entity collapses upon itself its wordless screech washing over the world and worlds beyond, reverberating through your skull, tearing you apart molecule by molecule. You remain tethered to reality only by the energy of your keys, most of them unstable, which endure even as all else implodes around you. Have my hands become stained with blood? I don't mind at all. Requiem, it's fantastic. There is a sensation of tugging at the back of your skull, a feeling of being yanked by a fishhook out of ravaged waters, and then darkness. Resolution 1, which we will read, but we do wonder whether Charlie Kane is... whether Charlie Kane is unsure of what to do here. The feeling of being flung across worlds does not cease until you strike solid ground. Though your weary body protests, I can't wait to do this next part, you scamper to your feet and scan your surroundings, ready for anything. But when you realize where you are shocked to find, lay out the world map on a flat surface. Each investigator tosses a coin or chaos token onto the map. Wherever it lands, that is where the investigator ends up. If it lands in an ocean, they ended up by chance on a random boat. Okay. And I will say, I don't actually know... Oh, yes I do. Yes I do. Not saved objects. Components. Miscellaneous. Give me that quarter. Oh, Bermuda would be amazing. All right, crosshair. It is this. I'm just going to take a test flick because I don't actually remember how it works. Pew! Okay. So I'm going to have to go... I'm going to have to go incredibly hard to... Actually, how does this flick even work? Because I can't choose a random direction. Yes, I can. Crosshair, give me a number between 1 and 8, please. And thank you. Yeah, that's correct, yeah. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Thank you. We're starting here. And we are flicking in this direction. I was going to choose the sort of corner or side of the map. All right, everybody. Hold on to your butts. Pow! Oh, Charlie, no! Where did it end up? Charlie! Charlie! Actually, where did it end up? Did I go off the map? Yeah, classic. Okay, too far. Too far. Too far. All right. Too far. It's like a game of crokinole. There we go. Oh! A random boat off the coast of Lagos, where if we recall, this is where the Foundation intel was delivered. Charlie finds himself falling, and then not landing, but simply being dragged into shore off the coast of... Is that Nigeria? Oh. Charlie remembers this, of course, is where he delivered the intel. Perhaps, finally, the Foundation will be here to help him. It takes several weeks for you to contact the other members of your cell who survived the collapsing of the Outsider's realm. Yeah, I bet it did. It seems that, at least for now, their scheme has been dismantled. Perhaps a long-earned vacation is in order, but first there is one last order of business to resolve. The Outsiders were stopped. Each investigator suffers 2 physical and 2 mental trauma, as they never truly recover. They earn experience equal to Victory X and 5 bonus experience. I don't think there's any XP on the board here that I got, but I will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 XP, 2 physical trauma, 2 more mental trauma. Charlie is basically a shell. Whoa, is that true? That's so cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, I can't see the webpage for some reason, Crosshair. That's so cool. Great question, Flower. No. Weird. That's so cool. We're at Null Island. And then, of course, going back to Lagos. The Outsiders were stopped. I am recording that in my campaign log because, my goodness, I think this is a win. Now, let's proceed to epilogue and see how badly we've fucked up. Ah, thank you, Crosshair. Whoa. So cool. Read the following only if the investigators won the campaign. Talk, Commissioner Taylor commands. You shift in your uncomfortable metal chair, the glaring light of her interrogation lamp nearly blinding you. This is, of course, in Lagos, naturally. One wall of the sterile interrogation chamber is covered by a black mirror that reflects you and the commissioner sitting across a desk from one another. Your face is blanched under heavy white light. And Charlie, of course, panicking inside, believing that Commissioner Taylor is not who she says she is. Knowing the Foundation, several operatives are watching and recording your every move from behind the mirror. A thick dossier lies unopened on the desk between you and Taylor. If the cell joined the coterie, we did not, so we go to Epilogue 3. You find yourself awkwardly repeating events and names as you struggle to relay your experience to the Commissioner. Throughout it all, Taylor remains silent, listening to your various rabbit trails and accounts of events with an air of reserve. When you finished, she slides a glass of water across the desktop towards you. You see your shadowy reflection glimmer within the black mirror in the corner of your eye. What an unrestrained account, she says matter-of-factly. A heavy silence falls as the Commissioner makes a near imperceptible nod at the black mirror to her left, then looks back to you. The Foundation thanks you for your service. Understand that everything you've done during your tenure with the Foundation is classified, and you are bound under threat of execution to never share this account with another soul, living or dead. Do you understand? You nod, and the Commissioner goes on. It goes without saying, but I must inform you that your temporary cell has been disavowed, and all assets acquired during your Foundation service will be retained for further study and research. Your account of all events involving paracausal disturbance will be extracted, analyzed, and preserved for future analysis. In your campaign log, record Foundation Trust and Cell Deception. Uh-oh. Foundation Trust, Cell Deception. Ruh-roh. For each of the following that is recorded in your campaign log, mark a tally next to Foundation Trust. The cell is assisting Agent Siri. No. The cell told the truth to Taylor. Pretty sure the answer is no. Agent Quinn has your back. Pretty sure is no. The cell is delivering intel is crossed off. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is true. Let's just have a look. We hid the truth. We don't know who those other agents are. So we did deliver the intel right here in Lagos, so we get 1 Foundation Trust. For each of the following that is recorded, mark a tally next to Cell Deception. The cell hid the truth from Taylor. Yes. The cell is off mission. The cell aided the Knight. HA trusts the cell. Yes. The cell made a deal with Thorn. Yes. Aliki is on your side. No, I don't think so. Desi is in your debt. Tuwile Masai is on your side. So I'm pretty sure we've got hid the truth from Taylor. HA trusts the cell. We made a deal with Thorn, and Desi is in your debt. So much deception. Deception! Disgrace. Ooh, boy. Alright. Well, that's a lot of cell deception. If the number of tallies next to Foundation Trust is equal to or greater than the number of tallies next to Cell Deception, proceed to Epilogue. So, otherwise skip to Epilogue 5. Commissioner Taylor opens the dossier in front of her and slides a set of tickets across the table to you. These are one-way tickets that will take you anywhere in the world, no questions asked. Given your troublesome curiosity, I recommend you go somewhere quiet and forgettable, assume an alias, and take up a profession that does not allow you so much free time or thinking. Oh, and stop wearing that, she says, gesturing offhandedly at your appearance. You interrupt and try to explain yourself. Commissioner holds up a hand. In truth, I must inform you that you are getting off rather easily here. If the higher-ups had their say, you would have been summarily executed for your reckless handling of this case. The word collusion was tossed around. Had you toed the line, this case might have made your career. In my estimation, you've created far more trouble than you resolved. She stands, and you stand with her. Several burly suits step through the door behind you, flooding the room with light. The Commissioner gives you a firm handshake, her eyes locked with yours. The Foundation thanks you for your service. May we never meet again. The cell was dismantled. file closed. Of course, Charlie Kane wishes to return to Arkham, his home, the place that he served for so many years, the place that he embarked upon this exciting venture for in the first place, to defend, to protect the people of Arkham, to serve. But no longer. He does not trust that the people of Arkham have his best interests at heart, nor does he trust himself to have theirs. Perhaps Commissioner Taylor is right. Perhaps, as Requiem says, it is important for him to simply disappear. What will be at this place for him? He can think of only one place in the entire world that he's been in the last several months where there was no trouble, no coterie, no foundation, no evil. Bermuda. The white sandy beaches and beautiful blue waters of Bermuda. Ah, the Mai Tais, other delicious drinks. Perhaps there he can be happy. Charlie Kane disappears in Bermuda and is never heard from again. And thus ends the Scarlet Keys. Thank you all so much. Oh, yes, there was a U1 before the epilogue, Flower, yes. Doomverse. Yeah, that's where Charlie is for sure. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining me for this thrilling conclusion to Doomed. I don't quite know what the hell just happened, but, I mean, this is a good question, Crosshair. Who is the new mayor of Arkham? Should be someone with some sort of civic service, but I wonder who. We'll have to find out. As I've mentioned before, I am going to be taking a break from streaming next week on this channel. But you can catch me, of course, on Avatar Legends: The Mirror Scale tomorrow at 1700. You can also catch me on The Drew Crew next Saturday, that's a week today, at 1500 Eastern. And, of course, the Discord is the best place to catch all of the details about upcoming things. I'm taking a break because I want to revisit what I want to stream. And I think, for those who are enjoying Doomed, there will be more Doomed, but probably not right away. Crosshair and I have plans, but they are not going to come together immediately. So we'll have to see. I have a really interesting idea for what I want to stream starting in a couple Saturdays here, in lieu of a Doomed for now. But you'll definitely be catching a lot more story-based RPGs right here. So thank you all so much for joining me. I think Charlie Kane did really well. He's a powerhouse as he leverages his friends and throws them into the line of fire. He's a real powerhouse, and it was a really good time. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. And I, of course, really appreciate everybody who's here, everybody who supports, and, of course, the gift subs from Flower and Requiem. Thank you very much. I really appreciate those. I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, Sarah. I am going to have an absolute... Yay! I'm going to have a wonderful time, and I hope to see you all tomorrow on Avatar Legends: The Mirror Scale. Charlie Kane, now in Bermuda under a different name. Perhaps we will see him another time. And perhaps we'll see you next time on Doomed.